Today is Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. So the topic for today is how you gonna win when you ain't right within. For all of my Lauryn Hill fans, that's a line from her song, That Thing. So how you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? So let's break down the words of that line. Because to me, that line it's extremely powerful. So to win to me is to come out on top. Okay? To come out above everything else. Okay. To be right, that means to me, being right is coming from a pure place. And by pure, I'm meaning truth. No impurities. So being right within. So within means your inner man. So how you gonna win when you ain't right within? So within, if your heart, if your mind, not what people see on the outside. We're not talking about if you are toned and if you're the perfect weight, and if you got your hair done, and if you got your nails done, and if your skin is glowing, and all of those things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you're coming from a pure place, if you're coming from a place with good intentions, and most of all, if you're coming from a place of truth. So how are you going to come out on top if you're not coming from truth in your heart and in your mind? How can you come out on top if the place that you're working from, which it should be your heart or your mind, because if you're working from your ego, then it's not you that's working, because your ego is not you. Your ego is made up of a whole lot of other things that hardly ever helps you to come out on top. Now, the ego, the driving force behind the ego is to protect. And in a healthy situation, which would be if you're in like a sales, a sales position, or like if you're in competition, those are times when you need your ego. So the ego can be beneficial, but if you're coming from your ego, if that's the place that you're coming from, then then you can't win. So how are you going to win? How are you going to come out on top when your mind ain't right? How you going to come out on top when your heart ain't right? How you going to come out on top when you can't even listen to yourself? When you can't listen to what your heart and what your mind is telling you? When you don't see the cues that your body is trying to show you? When you can't hear from Holy Spirit? How are you going to come out on top and win when you ain't right within? We don't care about what it looks like on the outside. Some may. But to the ones that are right within, they don't care about what it looks like on the outside, because that's not what matters. What matters is what's within. So what is within? What's lying within you? Is there anything lying in you? Lying, L-I-E? Is it anything lying in you? And speaking of lying, that brings me to the point of that's why you have to be careful with who you lie with. You can't lay up with just anybody. That's why the Lord forbids sex outside of marriage, because when we're just freely giving our bodies away to any old body, you don't know what they got within. So now they are giving you what they have within, and now what they have within them is now within you. So that's why a lot of people nowadays may be so confused about what they have within them, is because they got too much within them. They got a lot of them and a lot of everybody else within them. That leads to confusion. When you have too much input from others, too much outside input, trying to go within, that will lead to confusion. Because it's too much, it's chaotic. Because your within is not going to merge cohesively with my within. What you got within you may be triggering in the completely opposite to my within. So my within is at a homeostasis. My within is at a calm, balanced place. And when your within is all chaotic, and you put your within, when you put what you got in your heart and your mind, when you merge that with my calm heart and mind, then now your chaos done rubbed off on me. Now I'm in balance. And I don't like to be in balance. So if I see that you trying to put me off my balance, if you're trying to take me off of my, homeostasis, then the best thing for me to do is to withdraw from your chaotic situation, because I can't change you. The only thing I can do is change the way that I react to you, or change myself. That's all I can do. So how you gonna win when you don't know what's within? When was the last time you sat down to even think about what's in your heart, what's in your mind, what's your motivations, what's your triggers, what's your happy place? When was the last time you sat down to even think about that? When was the last time you done a self-inventory? When was the last time you done a heart check? When was the last time you done a mind check? Have you been to the doctor to have a wellness visit? Just to check out your hormone balances. What you have within, it's a physical thing, and it's also a spiritual thing. It's going to be affected by your spirit man will definitely be affected first. And how your spirit man is, eventually it will show up in the physical form. So if you check all of your withins and get it balanced properly in a timely manner, then confusion and chaos and all of the other physical symptoms of not being right within maybe won't show up, or it will not show up in such a severe form. But when you go without period, for so long, when you go without doing a self-evaluation, when you go without doing that heart check, when you go without doing a mind check, when you go without checking your hormones, when you go without doing that self-inventory to see what is it that you're missing, what is it that you need, what is it that you have too much of. When you go without doing those things for so long, eventually it will show up in the physical form as either confusion, fatigue, fear, and a host of other things. Pain. Like your body is going to keep a score of what's within. So if you don't know, your body will tell you eventually. So I'm going to ask one more time. How you going to win when you ain't right within? Check yourself to see, do you know what is within? What's in your heart? What's in your mind? What intentions are you moving off of? Where is that ego at? Where is that ego? If the ego is in the forefront, we in trouble. Now the ego should be in the back seat somewhere, in a box somewhere. You know, you might can put your ego up in your fanny pack or something and just pull it out from time to time whenever you need your ego, you know. But your ego should not be in the forefront on a daily basis. That's toxic. You're going to run yourself in the ground with your ego out all the time. Your ego has no business making a regular appearance on a daily basis. You're going to wear your ego out. Pull your ego out only when it's necessary. When competition is in suit, meaning like if you're playing sports, if you are, playing pickleball, if you playing a game or something, if you're doing something that's competitive, which we should not be in a competitive state every single day. If you feel like you are in a competitive state every day, if your daily environment puts you in a competitive state, then you may be in the wrong place. Unless you're working in sales. And if your nervous system cannot handle sales, then once again, you may be in the wrong place. Everybody cannot handle that. Because that's a lot of ups and downs. That's a lot of highs and lows. You're constantly in fight or flight, which will pull out the ego, because that's what the ego is for. The ego is there to protect. And when you right within, you do not need protection all the time. The Lord will protect you all the time. You don't have to protect yourself all the time. At least you shouldn't. You should be able to show the softer side of you when you're in the proper environments, when you're in thriving environments, when you're accepted. When you're accepted, you're not looking for validation. You shouldn't be looking for validation anyway, because you and the Lord validates you. That's all that matters. If you feel okay, then you know that the Lord is pleased with you. Because when He's not pleased with you, if He wasn't pleased with you, then you wouldn't feel okay. So if you feel okay, that's your indication that the Lord is pleased with you. That's the only validation that you need. You should not look for outside validation, because other people don't even know what they doing, what they talking about. They don't know what they have within. So you can't let people who are not stable regulate your stability. That's insane. If you trust someone else's opinion and thoughts of you when they don't even know you the way that you know you. If you trust how they feel and what they think about you over yourself. Now, that's not saying that you can't take some advice from certain people, but it should be just that. Some advice from certain people. You don't take what everybody says. You can't. You don't take everything that certain people say. You can only take some things that some people say. And even then, if those some people, if you ever feel or see that they are stepping out of line with themselves, then you know at that point you cannot listen to them anymore. Because once again, they ain't right within. If you ain't right within, you cannot and you shall not regulate what I feel like is right within with me. Because you don't know. Which brings me to the point that we have to be careful at what we take in. Meaning, we have to be careful of the company that we keep. We have to be careful of the media that we are receiving, and like what we're actually receiving from that media. That goes back to your intentions. That goes back to what are you moving from? You should always be moving from truth. Truth is pure. Truth is what it is. It does not have impurities mixed up in it, because it is what it is. It's vegan, it's kosher, it's all natural. It is it's just that. It's truth. So how you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna come out on top when you ain't moving from a heart space, when you not moving from a place of truth, when you not moving from a pure place? How you gonna come out on top when you not moving from a place of truth and when your mental and when your heart is not right? How you gonna win? How? Like they say, houseway. How can you win when you're not moving from a place of truth? Lies may win temporarily, but the win that we want that win that lasts generationally. That's the kind of win I want. I want the kind of win that lasts past my lifetime. I want the kind of win that will still be winning in the next generation and in the next generation, and so on and so forth. That's the kind of win that I want. I want generational wins. Lies only win temporarily. Even if you lie to yourself, you can only lie to yourself for so long. If you lie, then that means that you are pushing away the truth. You are pushing it down. Whatever you pushing it down with, that's going to eventually get weak. It's going to atrophy. That muscle that you're pushing down the truth with is going to eventually get weak and break down. And guess what's going to happen? Here comes the truth. The same truth that was there in the beginning when you initially pushed it down. It's still going to come to the surface anyway. It's still going to come. It doesn't matter how long. It don't matter how heavy the weight. Truth is truth. Truth is strong. Truth is resilient. Truth got staying power. Truth ain't going nowhere. Truth is here to win. Truth is pure. So I don't care what you put on top of it, it's still going to be what it is. It's a fact. So once you finish playing with your little lie, then here comes truth. And then you're going to be sorry that you didn't deal with it from the get-go. Because all you had to do was deal with it at the beginning stage of it. Whatever that truth was that you did not want to admit to yourself for whatever reason, because it made you feel whatever way, you did not want to admit it to others. You did not want to admit it to yourself. But now it's here anyway, ready and waiting, looking at you dead in the face with his head cocked over to the side, with his arms on his hip. Looking like what? You thought you got rid of me. You thought you can put the big bad bully on me. And I'm still here. Now what? Now you got to deal with truth. Now it's going to hurt because you may feel embarrassed for even trying to withhold the truth. You may even wonder why in the world did you try to hide the truth. It really ain't that bad. So I don't know why in that moment you were really, your senses kicked in and just felt like that you couldn't deal with that. What was it about that truth that you couldn't deal with in that moment? I can tell you, it was triggering. Why was it triggering? Because you were not right within. You allowed your ego to lead. You allowed your ego to be in the forefront. You allowed your ego to take the wheel. Ego and truth are enemies. They don't like each other. So ego not finna sit in the front if truth is there. If truth there, ego gonna automatically put truth in the trunk, in that little compartment that you keep your spare tire in. That's where ego gonna try to put truth at. But remember, truth has staying power. Truth ain't going nowhere. Truth trumps ego any day of the week. So ego will never play fair when it comes with truth. So how you gonna win when you ain't right within? You have to be willing and ready to face your truth. You have to be willing and ready to live authentically. You have to be willing and ready to be you. You have to be willing and ready to be whomever God has called you to be. You have to be willing and ready to fight for whatever that is. You have to be willing and ready to stand 10 toes down on truth. You have to be willing and ready the same way that you were willing to stand with your ego in the forefront. You have to be willing and ready to stand that same way with truth. And you have to fill your heart and your mind with truth, with pureness, with honesty, with love, with forgiveness, with goodness. So how we gonna win when we ain't right within? Is standing behind truth, always coming from a place of love, always remembering that we are love itself. We are love. That's what we are. And that's how you win. And that's how you stay right within.